I'm ready.
All right, we're here. Sorry about that.
Oh. But yeah, hello everyone.
I want to make sure this is streaming. Gonna look up Pen Pal Gaming.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, it's me, Kravis.
And it's me, Tyler Fox.
And we were just talking about like just anime tropes and cliches, but versus like real world stuff. I'm pretty sure that these skirts are not up to school uniform conduct. The code. School. What the fuck is it called? Code. Uniform code or something.
Yeah, the uniform code.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Luckily, I've only had to go to one school that had like a uniform code, and it was like a Catholic school. I didn't. Needless to say, it may sound like a surprise to all those things, but yeah, I didn't last long there.
Ooh. Was it the priest or was it? No, never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone.
My friend. Surprisingly, I had a friend who I met up later because we were both. Our parents moved us around from school to school, and senior year was the year like finding better. But he ended up going to a Catholic school, mostly out of spite from the parents, because the parents wanted to correct his behavior. The thing was, my friend's Jewish, and they sent him to a Catholic school.
Oh, so no.
In a way for him to retaliate, he decided to act all demonic, and he got the pale white contact lenses and would go around hissing at people. And apparently, he holds the record for the only student who went to that school who got a nun to cuss. And I'm not sure whether I should congratulate him or be concerned. You know, I'll probably just say both. But yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Hi everyone.
We go to the high school, folks.
I gotta see what I'm gonna be doing here. Gaming. Trying to share the stream around with everybody, so...
You know, I'll be right back. I'm gonna share the link to the stream. Wait, do you have a link to the stream right now that you could try PMing it to me, and I'll try to post it in some other rooms.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, the reason behind if this is your first time joining us, the reason for us being called Pen Pal Gamers is we're like miles apart. We're in different states.
Yeah, he's in Massachusetts. I'm in Ohio. Goodness gracious. That's a long ways away. That's like 600 miles, I think?
Trying to think. If I take a bus and then...
You know, a bus is only going to cost 107 to over here.
It'd probably be a full day trip, I'd say.
It's about a 28-hour trip, I think.
I'd say, yeah.
All right, everybody.
1 second. Sending out an invitation because I'm that desperate of a streamer whore. we need the followers. But,
you're a desperate whore. No.
Fingers crossed. I'm very nervous. I'm not sure because I'm posting to a lot of the groups are metalheads. So
oh, trust me. Tell them to look up.
Imagine picturing a hardcore metalheads like all like I don't know the stereotypes of metalheads, doom, gloom, and stuff. And it's like, hey, we're playing Doki Doki. Well, I guess it's not that far off. I guess it's first impressions. for those who truly know Doki Doki Literature Club, then I'd say it's actually right up the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the stereotypical first glance, I'd say. Yeah. All right. So.
All right. I shared it into a couple chats. We ready to start?
Shared the link to a couple of chats as well. Let's see if there's any other chats I could share it to. The thing is, whenever I share links to a forum, I never know who's on the forum, and this day and age, it's I don't know. I'm not that I'm that worried, but you ever have those moments where in the back of your head it's like, jeez, I hope no relatives see this.
I don't care if my grandparents see it at all. They're just gonna be like, okay.
I don't care, but it's still one of the like, if it's like somebody you spend a day at the beach and you're taking a shower, somebody accidentally walks in. To be honest, I don't really care. But it's still, because the chances are I'm never going to see that person ever again. But still, it's still, like, awkward.
I was going to say something, but I'll leave that alone. Alrighty. You ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Let's dive right into this.
Alright. Okay, so, I guess to say, I'll be here.
Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Oh god, why are we doing Miss Granny for Sayori? Maybe, but only because I decided... Say what?
The voice absolutely does not match with a schoolgirl, so I...
It does not.
That's pretty much why I'm doing it.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You were saying that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Oh, make me push my fingers closer than they need to be. This is the church. This is the steeple. I open the doors and hear people.
What the fuck?
That's mean, Larry.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school.
I can just picture like the entire walk to school. Sayori is just like,
It's like, shut up, Sayori!
trying desperately to ignore the person. So when you're stuck with somebody on a flight,
oh god,
they fall asleep, they're leaning all over you. And...
It's like, get off of me. You don't want to push them because you don't want to wake him up.
As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Larry, have you decided to Have you decided on a club to join yet? Perhaps the Owen High School Host Club?
Club? I told you already. I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You make my nose small. You tell me you joined a club this year. You bet your nose on it.
Did I? I don't remember. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's talking on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, and when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college.
Okay, that sounds like a grandma.
Yes, it does.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know.
Then
I
suck
only
my
say
dick! No.
I love you. I want you to have a bright future.
Gum my dick, no.
This is just a full grandmother.
And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of
Dead.
Well then Sayori's just...
I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. Because your NEET-like self is not used to the real world. You NEET!
Oh gosh.
You trust me, right?
This sounds like a female version of Herbert the Pervert.
Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, just shut up, lady. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I promise you that.
Yay! Yay!
Why do I let...
Whoops.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. She's compensating for something.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it, and the classroom is empty as usual.
Yeah.
I guess the school budget didn't have... It wasn't in the budget to provide students.
Yeah. We couldn't pay students to be here.
I don't think that even makes sense, but whatever. That's what I'm going with. I'm like it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, like every high school student does.
Pretty much. Or at their phone.
Now and then. I mean, I mostly have my head in books than walls, but looking for an ounce of motivation.
Clubs.
Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and tweaking out on some high potent sticks. So I came in. Do you have any spare? Let's line it up. 420.
No. Oh gosh.
You're worse than me sometimes.
Impressive.
Motion.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought. You know.
Sorry. Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meaning you're making me make an invisible house roof again.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 90% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, and she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on! There's so much.
Oh, what?
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of to the club yesterday. I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. He lives.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning she had planned this all out.
Do they still make those airhead candies?
Yes, they still do. Hi, the person who just joined.
Hello! Welcome to the stream.
I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? I can't gather my words, cause yeah.
Yes, let's go. I just
Sayori.
found.
And thus marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and...
Demon cupcake.
Oh gosh. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member! Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill that.
I love it! Ah, Larry, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
Who? I just grew. What are you? Are you on my hairband? I know it looks like an hourglass. Anyway, I digress. If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki.
I'll make my nose and mouth small.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, I cannot speak for the life of me, is just one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also one of the maid who yeah, blah blah blah. I can't speak.
Isn't it like an anime trope that pretty much almost every anime girl with pink hair, you gotta be careful around, you gotta watch out for?
Pretty much.
You know, I have a bad feeling about this.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Please don't kill me.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls.
Oh, I should have whispered that.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, the wise and powerful leader of the group. We all love her. We never say anything bad about her. Always full of energy. Yes, that's her. And this is Jerry, the smartest in the club, but not as smart as a wise and powerful leader.
Don't say things like that. Yuri.
Don't say things like that in front of the leader. She'll kill us.
Yuri, who appears more... fuck!
Oh, you punk.
Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Larry. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little...
And I think they use the same character model.
What,
If
for...
you look closer, different hair extensions. Anyways, good.
Possibly. Her eyes are different. A different shape and everything.
Yeah.
You too, Monica.
Come! Now, Larry, we made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me. Or Monica. Let's sit next to me. I'll get cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. I'll get them all. I'll get them.
She just like stomps away.
Sorry?
I got a little too excited.
Then how...
I'm sorry.
Are you okay? Then how about I make some tea as well? I heard it boosts your immune system.
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. That I've seen, I've seen enough anime to know nothing ever good happens when a bunch of school desks together.
No, not even in real life. Nothing good happens there.
No, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. The girls have a few. Yeah, we're all good. You want me to read it? Or...
I can read it. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm sorry, Natsuki has the cutest smile.
She has a very nice smile.
My smile is horrible.
Ta-da!
Natsuki lifts the foil off of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
Oh no, the cupcakes are meowing. So...
I sold my soul for a cupcake.
I told you I would show them. I showed them all.
Oh no, wait.
I told them I would.
Okay, never mind. I think this is you.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one before I lose my patience.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. Wait, where's Yuri? Why didn't she take a cupcake?
Yes.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the...
Seafood! Seafood!
I'm concerned for you. Natsuki is quiet. Who's doing this?
I don't know. Starting to fill in the dead air.
I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me? Bleh. I finally bite down.
Do it.
The icing is
too dangerous to be left alive. Do it, Larry.
The icing is sweet. Oh, the icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Ooh, I'm shrinking. Help! Help! My powers, they're not working. Made them for you or anything. But seriously, I'm shrinking.
Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for... You know. You! Dummy.
Alright.
So, is the 90s where dummy was actually an insult?
I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Ah, that's where she was. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down to the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Now, this is a drug test. You each pee in the cup and I check what... No, never mind. Have you ever had that sneaking feeling like somebody rigged it? And in Springfield, I have that problem. I live in Springfield, Ohio. People have done that to me.
Huh. Can't say I can relate, but
yeah.
Okay.
You keep a whole...
Doesn't sound...
Say what?
Oh no, I'm just saying it doesn't sound pleasant at all.
Oh, it's not fun.
I think that is you.
I almost got expelled from school because of that.
Oh, I remember where they basically spike it on you.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
And it was not good. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president...
So, basically, is Monica basically me? If I was...
As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club... Say what?
Oh, no, just saying interesting choice.
As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader in the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like...
I will say, we do share the same hair length. Although, I wish I could pose my hair like that.
Oh, I think you could. You just have to get... You'd have to make bangs in the front, though.
You know what it looks like, the hair? you know how when you're like in let's say The Sims or the Elder Scrolls, when you're making a character and they have long hair and there's physics involved where the hair rests on the shoulders.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody took a snapshot right after they shrunk the body size, where you see the French bang. It looks like it would be resting on the shoulders, but somebody quickly shrunk the body size.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget in publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something personally and enjoy it and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Oh.
I was just sitting here silent waiting for you.
In your moment, that's all. I'm really old. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
Thank you for nodding your head.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events... What? What?
Perfect time to yawn. You have to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It's the best club you'll ever join.
But
so much happens.
But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find just these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Larry, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
I just realized how long the especially Natsuki.
Yeah, I like Yuri.
Yeah.
Yuri is the... Oh my. She reminds me... Oh, by the way, in case any of you are wondering, me and Roxanne got back together.
Roxanne. Did you tell her she didn't have to wear that red dress?
You sick? A red dress on, staring at the moonlight?
Out of curiosity, if you don't mind me asking, has she ever been asked if she's seen the Goofy movie?
Oh, she's seen a lot of things, but she's not per se Christian. She's much more like you.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right, and I know most people don't get into religious topics. Maybe after the stream here, we might stream a little bit of what we each think on different topics.
Well, a lot of the times, especially with what's going on right now, we're not so much gamers. We're mostly podcasters.
Yeah.
Far away that like to do games, so it's most likely to fill in the white noise.
Yeah. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile.
Sad smile? I don't believe I've ever seen a sad No, I take that back. I have seen a sad
I do a lot of sad smiles. Trust me. Anyway,
have you Photoshop a smile on somebody's face who's absolutely raging out.
It makes him look completely fucking evil.
I know. It's also, or if you try to Photoshop not so much a smile but a grin, just showing off pearly white teeth when they're crying. It also has a similar effect.
Yeah. It's like the Always Alone.
Yeah. Oh,
Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. You're I don't know why this always gets me.
Oh, this goes back to the rehearsal.
Oh no, this always gets me.
The disclaimer: we did a rehearsal just to see how the game would run before we put this episode up. But we were both like half asleep or something.
Yeah, it was like midnight.
It was I'm usually awake during the hour, but I was tired because I had a busy day, just shitload of paperwork and running errands, going to the bank and whatnot. And I remember just the mind fully in the gutter and just reading it like, Yuri traces the and I think I was doing it like the Cleveland Browns voice.
Yeah, you were like, Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. That's more like an Alabama guy.
I was doing the with emphasis on certain words like, Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
Stop. She makes sure to touch the button on the teacup. Makes the teacup a little hotter.
But before we get too hung up on it,
my favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And
I remember like when she's saying this, the part that got you cracking up is that she's complimenting how much she loves it, but all the while we're imagining she's just, as she's saying this, she's tracing the rim of her teacup while she's saying it.
It's like, this really turns me on.
Deep and complex works of writing. It takes.
Oh yeah, I remember doing this. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, very clearly passionate about her reading.
Emphasis on reading, of course. Respect.
She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but that's obvious by the way I can't speak. It's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. That's me quite a bit.
Emphasis on eyes. Speaking of the eyes on her head.
But you know, I like a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Stories with deep psychological elements. Usually, immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and throw you for a loop? I'm not even gonna say anything to that.
Well, the funny, look at her facial expression while
she's sweating. She's fucking sweating.
I don't know. Like, it depends on what books she was reading. Was she like reading 50 Shades of Grey?
Well, that is the nastiest book I've ever read. I couldn't get through it. I tried reading it.
I tried to give it a chance, but I don't know. I just don't see the appeal to it. It's if I wanted to read something dirty, I'd just go online.
Yeah, go to fan fiction.
I mean, I wouldn't spend money on it.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something. What if we just stopped right there? I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Ooh.
Well, that sounds like it would be a hard thing to do.
Stop! We're talking about Yuri's teacup here and rocks and hard things. Stop.
Well, it'd be a boulder than a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story...
After a compliment.
She grew. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down.
You're damn right you can't.
Stop! I can't. Surreal
Go
horror.
ahead.
Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even if only for a brief moment.
What type of briefs are we talking about?
Stop!
Sorry.
You're taking this too far.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
Ooh, you're making me grow. You won't like me when I'm angry. What? What gives you that idea?
Me liking cute stuff. The shirts.
You left a piece of
Big
scrap
hair,
paper.
the big eyes.
Natsuki, shut up for a minute. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting.
I can see that happening.
I can see it happening too. I think it does happen later on. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Oh gosh, we are not going through this again. I don't even know that.
Don't say it out loud.
He bought a... never mind, that's too much of a controversy right now.
There once was a man from Nantucket whose family business kicked the bucket.
Who decided to live in a bucket.
No, it has to like rhyme. It's like
Yeah, there was a man from Nantucket who decided to live in a bucket. How does that not rhyme?
Like he was without any friends, so he picked up a pen and wrote down the words that said,
"Fuck it."
More friendly because everybody knows how it is.
Don't say it out loud. Give that back.
Fine.
Monica's so happy to just like,
Oh, is this your personal? Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Oh god, this is gonna get her mad. Oh, whoa. Oh. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm crazy. I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them. I don't like you either.
I suppose not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. I have to run my finger around the rim of my teacup. And then the truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
who's not on that, are you?
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart while running the finger around the rim of your teacup. I can't. This is
Oh god, are you dying over there?
I'm sitting here. When I laugh too hard, I start coughing. I don't know why.
Coffee.
Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we all have a new member... Excuse me. Plus, now that we all have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Larry? Monika smiles at me warmly once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
Teacups.
I can't. Oh gosh.
Alright.
I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Oh man, I'm sorry, I hate it when all of them are so sad, it makes me want to cry.
Oh.
But,
Oh no, they're drinking.
I'm sorry, I thought...
Larry, don't be a cunt.
And quit thinking about teacups.
Well, that's more of a Yuri's thing. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah, I wouldn't blame Larry, especially if it's a person.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls, especially Yuri's teacup.
You know, I'm not gonna go there. I was gonna say something about this line. I'm not gonna dedicate to that bit. You're just gonna have to fill it in with your own imagination, folks.
I thought that said I'm gonna have to make a one-handed decision. I need to stop.
Mine.
Let's move on.
You live in a Freudian mind.
Let's stop. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's even worse. I'm sorry. All I can think about are teacups. Teacups. That is, if writing the poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
You know, it would be funny. It's like the eyes light up literally one at a time. The left eye, then the right eye, then the left. Have you ever seen somebody who can blink one eye at a time?
Oh, I can do it.
It's pretty interesting stuff.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Whoa, Yuri is huge.
But so is her body.
I didn't mean that. You really did scare me for a moment.
Oh. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I don't want to kink shame if you come for cupcakes, but that's, you know, I would be super pissed.
I'm coming for teacups right now. I can't leave that alone. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess.
Natsuki's just like choking on Monica's hair.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment.
A good note. I guess F sharp would be good.
Thank you for joining.
Mm.
Write a poem to the next meeting so we can all share.
Let's see.
Thank you for leaving. Monica looks over me once more. Larry, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Express yourself.
I forget the name of the song.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills?
This comes in the next lyrics from one of Eminem's songs.
Oh gosh. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. My knees weak, arms are heavy, and vomit on his sweater already. His mom's spaghetti.
Exactly. I'm back with my poem. It's called Mom Spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti. Oh, that is good shit. If I do say so myself, I say so. Oh, that's some good shit. That's good shit.
Is that how you think I talk?
Did I say that?
Good shit. Good shit. I can't even do my own stereotype.
Here you are. Hi, it's like this. You talk like this. You make it sound like you're drunk. Anyway, this is your turn.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Hey, Larry, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
All I can think about are teacups. But that's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, I just realized they have like T-Rex arms.
With that, the two of with that, the two of us depart the club. The whole Sayori,
Natsuki,
Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Alright, here comes the fun part.
Oh boy.
It's time to write. Pick words you think your favorite club member. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most.
Why do they
So
not have?
Rehearsal. Okay. I guess we'll just make it. I choose sticky.
I just saw something here. Monica's not on this paper. That I don't know why.
Ooh.
Lust.
Maybe she's no student.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So you chose Lost.
Yes.
I choose romance.
Nice.
Because that sounds like a combination.
Massacre.
Another healthy combination. Desire. No, climax.
She just climaxed at the climax word. She just rimmed her teacup.
Rimming. You know that's an actual.
Yeah, I know. Uncontrollable. I want Yuri to be happy. She's my favorite girl.
Uncontrollable. Boop.
Uncontrollable desire to biologically... No, never mind. Uncontrollable biological desire to maim. Tenacious.
Let's see. Tenacious. Melancholy.
Oh, we all know. I was getting ready to say...
I think you're... Yep.
Yeah, disoriented.
sensation.
Goodness.
Oh, they all like that. Shame.
Oh boy.
I'll go with suicide.
Oh boy. Don't do that. Call the suicide hotline. I'm not trying to make a joke. I
know.
I kinda was, but at the same time wasn't. Is it my turn to pick? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Inferno. That's good. Ambient, and then ambient poof. I think that would.
Poof. Oh gosh. Ah. Determination. This poem fills you with determination. All right, we're gonna play. Would you like to save? Yes, actually, I would like to save. We're not gonna end it here.
That's a bit of an Undertale reference for those of you who don't know. And speaking of that, we do. I believe it's still up. Yeah, with Undertale.
Yeah, we've gotten as far as past Papyrus. It's on my main YouTube channel, Fox's Place. As soon as we get this series finished up, we'll move Undertale over to this area.
Gaming. So you get to watch videos of PPG.
Yep. Hi again, Larry. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Another thing is, if you've seen a lot of animes, is it just me, or do a lot of anime girls with that specific hairstyle end up being like total villains?
Pretty much.
They're not necessarily villains, but you don't want to get on the bad side.
Yeah. I'm wanting to, in all honesty, I want to dress up as Malachi, which is the male version of Monica. I'm actually, a spoiler for all of you that are watching, even though nobody's watching.
Spoiler?
I am.
You trivia?
No, spoiler. I am in Doki Doki Literature Club on the male version.
Ooh. Nice.
I'm super excited. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Every time I see her pop up, I can't.
Well, she's hanging out. The reason why she's hanging out is because she doesn't know how to wear a fucking bra.
And she just has huge.
Can I make that joke? I'm not sure. Anyway, continue.
She has huge breasticles anyway, so that's beside the point. I didn't say testicles. I said breasticles.
I'd say it's not her fault. I'd say, if anything, it's the school's fault for providing faulty, inappropriate clothing. Like clothing that seriously does not fit.
That's not inappropriate clothing. I'm sorry. That's kind of hot.
For school setting, it would be inappropriate.
I have seen.
If I was, I'd say, especially at high school.
I've seen girls wear worse in high school.
Oh, I know. I'm saying for a place with uniforms, I'd say that's not up to code.
I just realized. Look on her right breasticle. You can see her nipple. Sorry.
Well, I know, that's why I say like the school should have gotten a better fitting vest.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Larry. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Can I be honest? I thought she was going to say making you dive headfirst into a teacup.
It's like, yeah, I'd dive right headfirst into that teacup.
Oh, come on, like he deserves back.
Oh, sorry.
So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
Wait, is Larry a boy?
Larry is a boy, yes.
Oh, for the longest time, I thought Larry. Canonically, I know we chose the name Larry because it sounds like a name completely out of place.
It could be.
But
It's not gender specific.
Interesting. Oh yeah, for those who just watched it for the first time, it's kind of our thing where when we have a chance to name the character, we name him Larry. Because Larry, it seems to be a name that seems so out of place. Like whether we're playing Legend of Zelda, Smiter of Evil, it just sounds weird when people are like, all evildoers will tremble in fear at the name of Larry.
Larry.
or the Adventures of Larry in Pokemon,
or Zelda.
Larry has a certain sound to it.
The Legend of Larry, Ocarina
LOL.
of Time.
LOL.
LOL oot. LOL oot.
Ooh. And
Natsuki.
Did I mention I like you, Vegas?
Seems like you like alcohol a little too much too, Natsuki.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out like Yuri.
Stop.
Or what?
Wait, Yuri's a boy? No, we're leaving that alone.
I meant hang out mostly above the waist,
But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you said...
Don't ask what it is.
Natsuki, shut the fuck up. You certainly have a big mouth for some...
It only is a thing. It only is a thing Monica does. So Monica, Natsuki, shut up.
You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
A very big mouth. You can do lots of things with that mouth, can't you?
Stop. Funny joke? We're not going there.
I wasn't gonna go the Game Grants route, but yeah, I guess I could hear that. Natsuki found herself stuck between saying
Monica
and
manga. My eyes are greater than and less than. I'm Pac-Man's lesser cousin. Manga is literature.
damn, preach it, sister.
It is literature.
So are comic books. I could consider when I read. Did you ever have that moment where people ask, "Do you read?" and you tell them you're huge into reading like Spider-Man or something,
And they're like, it's
like,
not...
well, that's.
I have all of the Twilight series books. Paperback and hardcover. Hardcover.
Hardcore.
Shut up.
Covered it for $4.
The vampires!
You're strong, but not faster.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
and then Jacob is like,
Dream, 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 dream.
absolute just to his shock boy years.
Oh, don't worry, guys. Larry always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking.
Ooh, Sayori. Oh.
Like cooking and cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two
Really
are...
likes making the finger.
Yeah.
I'm never. I know it's not exclusive to this game, but there's some anime tropes that I never really fully understood. Like the finger touching. I guess it's. I don't know.
Yeah. You two are close friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come you and Larry can become good friends too?
Sayori? As usual, Sayori just seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Larry even brought you something today, you know.
Wait, Sayori! Huh? Me? Not really.
Holy fuck! Sayori's almost the same height as Yuri. Wow. Never thought this day would come.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind.
Weren't
Sayori...
you the one that we're talking about exposing yourself?
Shut the
to
fuck up, Sayori.
vulnerability?
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Eric. I wasn't thinking. I really do.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, Yuri, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Ooh, what type of gestures are we talking about? that's
Rubbing the rim of her teacup.
Oh, that's you, mate.
I know. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out.
Cups for dummy.
So, I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know...
Keep your attention, because you're a boy.
We could discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
This is another trope I've noticed in a lot of animes. Apparently, shy schoolgirl equals cute.
Yeah. Still does. Anyone who's shy is cute, I'm sorry.
Well, Gollum was... Well, I can't say Gollum. Gollum was evil. Smeagol was shy.
Yeah.
Do you consider Smeagol cute?
Yes, Smeagol is cute. His appearance isn't, but his actions are. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. She's rubbing the rim of her teacup again. Meanwhile...
No. Natsuki.
What?
Natsuki is the one rummaging.
She's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second.
Do you ever do that when you're like in public, you're at a public restaurant,
Yeah.
or you're on public transportation,
Oh,
and
gosh.
you're not staring at somebody, but you're staring off into space, and when you get back to reality, you realize that not the direction of which you're staring off into space is in the direction of somebody else, and then you realize that they notice you're looking directly at them, and they're just like, oh shit, how long have I been staring? And then you try to play it off, it's like it never happened.
But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri's not telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. What? Oh gosh.
I don't know, don't mind me. Continue.
Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange.
Life is strange.
She gets targeted by these people who escape
No, don't mind.
from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Larry? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri was into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the... Okay. It's just that these kinds of stories... They turn me on. No. I have to rub the rim of my teacup. I can't let that go. I'm wearing that joke out. Just like
Still on that.
Just like she's she's wearing out her teacup.
You know what? I'll take back what I was saying earlier. She doesn't need a bra because it's perfectly the perfect size. Those aren't breasts. They're just teacups underneath that vest.
Oh, you sack of shit. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should just let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I say something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. This is a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Why don't you read a little bit?
Alright.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you don't have to. Listen, mate. You're apologizing for reading. You know, I can see why you're like, you don't have to apologize for reading. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag.
All right. Oh, you want to do Larry? I'll do Yuri.
Yeah.
Your turn.
What?
I said I'll do Yuri.
Oh. At first I thought you said no.
Alright, it's fine if I just sit here, right?
Oh gosh, you're making Larry a girl.
I like choosing voices that just don't fit with the character.
Yeah. Are you sure?
You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. Ooh, she's used to... Ooh, never mind.
I see.
Ow.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that Yuri means about... Well, I soon understand... You know what? I guess I can't read this evening, aren't I? I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. You know what? No. If I'm reading a whole book and I feel the presence of somebody behind me, and then I see them in my peripheral vision, I'm gonna freak out. Anyways, I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry, I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot don't you?
Sounds so familiar.
Yuri? Tyler?
Couldn't resist.
Damn it. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
You apologize too damn much. You have anything to say for yourself?
Sorry.
There you go again. Here, this should work, right?
I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then hold my book more between the two of them. Our desks rub.
I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy.
Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Did you ever do this? Not so much touchy, but I do remember in school where we read like books like Tangerine or Where the Red Fern Grows, where we have reading buddies.
Yeah, I remember.
I do remember.
Yeah.
It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages if I use my right hand to hold it.
Here. Oh, we get a decent shot now.
Ooh, different camera angle. Nice. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. I just noticed that the frame is just...
Whoa!
It freaked me out, to be honest.
That just freaked me out too. I never noticed that.
All that's missing is like those jump scare stinger noises.
I swear, if she jump scares me, I'm going to lose it.
If she slowly turns her head, you know how anime turns, they do the slow head turn at 10 frames per second? Where they have the piano dissonance, like... It's like, it's slow head turn, and you just say like...
Oh! I'm gonna kill you!
Something like that. I'll lose my shit.
Are you ready? Turn the page.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Butterfly kisses.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
Now she's smiling.
Aw, she's so cute when she's smiling.
I will say, if she starts grinning, if it goes from a smile to a grin, that completely changes the entire mood.
It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, it changed again.
We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. I almost said violation, but we continue. Whoops.
Sorry.
Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
Another page. Another page.
My thumb gently letting go of the page. They're getting really detailed for reading a book. The soft texture of the paper was intact. My thumb and the sweaty microscopic hairs on it stood at full attention as I gripped the corner of the page. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but do you think it's weird that we get turned on by reading books? The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh fuck! I'm still not used to that. The eye turn.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess he's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Oh.
Now I'll switch back. I'll switch back to Larry.
Right. Now I see what you mean. Reading, it causes yawning.
Yuri remained silent for a moment. But, Larry, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing.
Larry, you fucked it up.
Pretty much. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Why are you saying that all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
I take back what I said. I wouldn't mind joining this club. This club is awesome.
It is. I like it.
I wish my high school had book clubs. We had the drama club. We had the math club. We had the science club. We had the chess club. The cross country club. Trying to think. The football club, which is basically just extra sports period. Gym period. What clubs, if you don't mind me asking, did your school have?
They had the math competition club. They had drama club, Leo club, which was what I spoke about earlier. Trying to think. They did have a literature club, but it was not exactly the same as this. It was more like an extra English class kind of thing.
Ah, so it was basically assigned literature. It wasn't like a club where you go and read books of C.S. Lewis or J.R. Tolkien.
It was like, and now in English class in my senior year, we read the whole series of Lord of the Rings, and it was amazing. I loved it.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
We also read William Shakespeare's Macbeth.
I can't say lucky on that. I did Shakespeare senior year as well. So.
Oh my! And I had to reenact it on stage.
That's a different story.
That's hard.
Shakespeare, a guy truly ahead of his time.
Yes. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales. Oh, you can do that.
At first I thought it said inhales. Now it's gonna think like...
Ow, 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 ow.
If you do it wrong, it makes you cough. It could seriously fuck up a vocal.
Oh yeah, I could fuck up your vocal. Yeah, oh, you just said it. Never mind. You.
Anyways. Yeah. Yuri exhales. spared from finishing her thought. I can't
Be gone,
read
thought,
tonight.
no.
What is going on? This is the worst club for me to go to. I like reading, but I just can't do it.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
Oh, look at you. Oh, she grew.
It's not... It's fine. Yuri, your turn. Your turn.
Oh, Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close down. Top of my thumb. My thumb
Alright.
never felt such sensation.
Stop.
The soft texture of the paper yet again sent a twinge up my arm.
I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up.
A book that I highly recommend if you like Shakespeare, if you like Tolkien, C.S. Lewis and that stuff. Series I highly recommend reading is The Chronicles of Redwall.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's it's like Lord of the Rings for furries.
It's like Lord of the Rings, Narnia. It's a mixture of those two in my feelings.
Yeah, but like all the characters are anthropomorphic animals. But the thing I like is they take into the characteristics and the traits of each animal. Like the foxes, the badgers have extra strength. The foxes are cunning and like stealthy. So like, I really love the Redwall series.
I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Oh yes, it's the moment of truth.
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe... I shit myself. It ran all the way down my leg. It was so wet and warm. No.
I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing such as... I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a what the fuck? I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should we go to first?
Ooh, let's go with Yuri.
Yuri? Alrighty. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Why don't you read the in-betweens?
Well, alright.
Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Facepalm meme!
He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
To be honest, the way I read that was...
Oh, you can do that later on.
Yuri takes a breath.
So... what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the teacup. You know, I'll give it to you. I think that's just Yuri's thing now.
Yeah, pretty much.
She traces her finger along the teacup of her words.
Stop.
As if breaking the teacup down more thoroughly.
Stop. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is in new writers is that they try to make their style deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
You know, that's probably the most pretentious explanation I've ever heard. Because it doesn't really explain anything. It just leaves it vague and open-ended.
I get what she's saying.
That sound intelligent, but it's really a non-answer.
I get what she's saying,
anyways.
though.
Oh, no, I get what she's saying. But it's like, if you're trying to tell somebody who's never written a poem before, you're not really telling them anything.
Yeah.
It'd be like saying somebody who tried writing a Spanish sentence for the first time is like, and all you say to them, conjugation is important.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. Once Yuri finds her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. And learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought processes behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for I can't speak. Which itself funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ooh,
shit, they have really nice handwriting.
I love the poems.
I have used it. I know it's a video game, but have you ever seen people who can legit, like they dedicated years of their life to calligraphy?
Oh, I can do that. I've done that.
I had my adopted family. I had a great grandfather, great uncle, who his calligraphy, it looks like it was from a printing press because it was so precise.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The thing with this is you can actually see it's not copied per se. It's different a little bit on each one. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I like this poem. That's deep. It also paints, instantly it paints an image in your head.
Interesting.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
No, you don't.
I was gonna say...
Stop. No, don't you say that. So you get really intense at Yuri. It's like, don't you... You shut your mouth.
Shut the fuck up, Yuri. What?
What's that corn song? Like, get up? Shut the fuck up!
I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short?
No, it's listen, Yuri, size doesn't matter. It's how it's used.
Yeah. I think we'll just read this.
Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? We're 900 years old. You are. Look, as good your dick will not.
Damn it. Usually...
I painted myself in a corner. I didn't want to visualize that. Oh shit! I'm now seeing Yoda dick. Oh no!
I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since the first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Jerry? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Larry. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, blah 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 blah. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Larry. Me too. Alright. I think we're gonna have to end it here. We've been doing a stream for nearly 3 hours.
Oh shit, we broke a record.
We've been doing it for a really long time. I enjoyed it though.
I think this is the longest stream we've done.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, at least as Pen Pal Gaming instead of Tyler Fox solo gaming or Crayford solo.
Yeah. We'll be sure to pick up on this next time.
Yeah. Alright.
Have a good night, everyone, and we hope to see you soon.
Yep, you take care. Well, wait, did I just see Sayori dabbing?
See you all later. Have a good night and peace out.
Good night, everyone.
I'm Tyler Fox.
And I'm Crayford.
And we'll see you all in the next video.
Yeah.